Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Dutch Inn channel. It's Sunday, 24th of March 2024, just gone 20 past 9 in the morning, and we're going to do the selections for Ascot today. They've got a 7-race card, and we're going to start there with the 135. And just before I do that, just over an hour ago, I did upload the Hong Kong Derby for 2024, and it was a brilliant finish to it. It's definitely worth watching, so if you want to go on that, you will find that video uploaded to YouTube. And let's start with the 135 at Ascot. You can see, even though there's a couple of non-runners down the bottom here, which is Idifix the Siegus, better getting harder, or I'm getting worse. Vision, Domain, those two are non-runners. We won't be having a bet in this race because the likes of some horses there haven't seen a race course before. There's no form, and it doesn't give me a rating for the horse. So in the first, the 135 for me, that will be a no bet. Moving into the second race at Ascot, this is the 210. We've currently got all 11 going to post for a handicap chase. And my top selection is Invisible Now. So Invisible Now, we'll go over to Matchbook. This is currently favourite at 5.4, and stakes of 18.52 would return £100. Our second selection is Carton. Before I do the price on that, just want to go and have a look at the over round in that first handicap of the day. Nearly 103, so you need to let that come down a couple of percent before you have a bet in this one. So the second selection I got here is Carton, and Carton is currently 25 on Matchbook and would require £4 stakes to return £100. Our third selection is Godot, and Godot, that's trading at 13. Stakes of £7.69 here would return £100. Our fourth selection, King's Threshold. King's Threshold is currently second in at 5.8. This would need stakes of £17.24 to return £100, and we've staked 47.45, so we've got £2.55 left to play with. And our fifth selection will be Jack's Touch, and Jack's Touch is currently trading at 15 on Matchbook. So we will put our last of the money on that, which was £2.55, to stake our £50. And we'll bring the calculator out. So Jack's Touch, £2.55 to win. And we'll times that by the price of 15. So if Jack's Touch was to win, we would return £38.25. £12 loss, but not the end of the world, because we've still got 4 horses running for us in Invisible Now, Carton, Godot, and King's Threshold. One of those 4 wins, it will return £100, and Jack's Touch will return £38.25. So that's the 210 at Ascot. We'll go back into the racing post. We only go on here just to check, see if there's any non-runners really. Then into the 245. 9 go to post. There is a non-runner down the bottom there. That's Tornio. So into the 245. Yep, that's one of mine. Maybe I would have backed that because it was my 4th selection there. So we'll just delete that from the spreadsheet. That's all done. So our top selection here would be Spiced Rum. Back into Matchbook. Let's open up the 245. And Spiced Rum at the moment is fourth in at 7.8. The over round is fine at 101.62. And Spiced Rum 7.8 on Matchbook. Stakes of £12.82 would return £100. Our second selection, Royal Way. This is currently second favourite, and that is trading at 7. Stakes of £14.29 would return £100. And the third selection, Gifted Angel. Gifted Angel is one of the outsiders there at 16. That would require stakes of £6.25 to return £100. And the fourth selection would be Vitani. And Vitani is also one of the outsiders there. That's trading at 13 and would require stakes of £7.69 to return £100. We've now staked £41.05, so we've got £8.95 left. And our fifth selection is Palio. And Palio, that's trading at 12. That would require stakes of £8.33 to return £100. And now that would leave us 62 pence in the kitty. And that would go on to Yellow Star. That is also another outsider at 13.5. So that's the last bet in that race. Yellow Star, 62 pence. I only do this for information purposes, so if you didn't want to bother doing that horse, you don't need to. But that would return £8.37. You won't get these small bets on Betfair. You would have to do Matchbook or Smarkets to get that stake on. But £8.37 would be the return for Yellow Star. But we do have 5 horses running for us. Remember, there's only 9 runners. We've got Spiced Rum, Royal Way, Gifted Angel, Vitani, and Palio. One of those 5 were to win, it would return £100. And as you know, if Yellow Star comes in, it's £8.37. So that was the Ascot 245. Now we'll go back into the Racing Post, and this time it's going to be the 320. We've got 5 going to post here. There is a non-runner in Saka Kuer. So into the spreadsheet, and that must have been a non-runner yesterday because I don't have it. So Frere Dames, that's going to be our top rated. So let's go back into Matchbook, into the 320. The over round here is okay again. It's 101.58. And Frere Dame currently showing at 2.78 or nearly 7 to 4. Stakes of £35.97 would return £100. And our second selection is the Last High King. And the Last High King, this is currently trading on Matchbook at 4.7. This would require too much than what we've got left. We've only got £14.03 left. So that's your £50 stakes. So the Last High King, £14.03 stake, times by 4.7 the price, would return us £65.94. So it would still be a £15 profit in that race. But if we back Frere Dames, that's going to return us £100. And as I say, the Last High King there, £65.94. So we have got 2 against the field. There's only a small field of 5 runners there. And we'll go back into the Racing Post, into the 355 this time. and 13 going to post for a handicap hurdle. A Definite Getaway and Max Legacy are going to be the two non-runners so far. And I've already got one of them, so Max Legacy will be the other. There's a Definite Getaway, I think that run a couple of days ago anyway, so that's why that's been taken out. So 13 go to post here. And our top selection is going to be Nickel False. And back into Matchbook again. And Nickel False is the favourite here at 5.7. And stakes of £17.54 would return £100. Our second selection is Percolator. And Percolator, that's currently 11.5 on Matchbook. That would need stakes of £8.70 to return £100. Our third selection is Face the Music. And Face the Music, that's currently trading at 7.8. That would require stakes of £12.82 to return £100. And that means now we've laid out £39.06, so £10.94 left. Our fourth selection is Johnny B. Johnny B, that's currently trading at 24. That would require stakes of £4.17 to return £100. And our fifth selection, Rebel Intentions. And Rebel Intentions, that's currently 9.8 on Matchbook. So we'll just add up the four. That comes to 43.23. So we got £6.77 maximum that we can put on our fifth selection here, which was Rebel Intentions. So Rebel Intentions, £6.77 stake times 9. 6.77. Now I've done no. Oh, this is frustrating. This 677 times 9.8. Must have could have done that in my head, could it? Right, that returns us £66.34 if Rebel Intention wins, and we've got four running for us: Nickel False, Percolator, Face the Music, and Johnny B. If one of those four win, it's £100, and Rebel Intention 66.34. So we've got 5 running for us there with 13 runners. And we'll go back into Ascot now for the penultimate race to 4:30. And 9 go to post here. We have got a non-runner in Cross Park that run yesterday. And we'll take Cross Park out of here. That leaves 9 runners, and our top selection in this race is Sam Brown. So that's our top. We'll go into Matchbook. And the prices in this race. Oh, there's another non-runner here. And they've got remastered as a non-runner, which is our third selection. So it's better to get these out of the way while you know, because we'd end up backing that, I think. And that now leaves 8. And we'll start again. So we've got Sam Brown as our top selection. And currently Sam Brown is 4.6. And stakes of £21.74 would return us £100. Our second selection is Back on the Lash. And Back on the Lash, that's currently trading at 9.8 on Matchbook. and stakes of £10.20 would return £100. And our third selection is Certainly Red. And Certainly Red is the favourite. That's trading at 3.7. So we'll add the first two up first of all, £31.94. That leaves £18.06 that we can put on Certainly Red, and that's the final bet in that race. So £18.06 on Certainly Red, and then we times that by the price at 3.7, and that would return us £66.82. So at least we've got a profit on that one. And if either Sam Brown or Back on the Lash were to win, it would return £100, and Certainly Red 66.82. So moving now into the final race at Ascot. This will be the 505. And again, we're going to end on a handicap hurdle. 9 go to post, no non-runners at the moment. And our top selection here is Get a Tonic. So we'll go into Matchbook for the final time as well. See the over round. I forgot the over round on a couple of them here. The last one was 104. This is 103. So again, nearer to the race if you're betting more than one horse in a race. Wonderwall is a non-runner in that one. And that's our third selection. So first thing to do is remove that. And now we're down to the dead 8. And our top selection, as I say, was Get a Tonic. So let's go back in the Matchbook. And the price of this one is currently 11.5. Stakes of £8.70 would return £100. Our second selection is Arcube. And Arcube currently on Matchbook at 6.4. And stakes of £15.63 would return £100. Our third selection, It's So Fury, and It's So Fury second in at 5.3, and stakes here of £18.87 would return £100. We've laid out 43.19, so we've got £6.81 to play with, and our fourth selection is the 4 6s. And the 4 6s is currently favourite at 4.1. So we haven't got the £24. So we've got £6.81, which will go on that selection. That will be the last bet in this race. So the 4 6s, £6.81 stake, times that by 4.1 SP would give us £27.92 return. So at least we'd get back over half our money if our full selection was to win. But Get a Tonic, Arcube, and It's So Fury, if one of those three win, it returns us £100, and the 4 6s £27.92. So that's the final race at Ascot. We're going to go back now and do a recap from race 1. The 135, as we know, is going to be a no betting race. The 210, we've got Invincible Now, Carton, Godot, King's Threshold. If one of those 4 was to win, we would return £100, and Jack's Touch would return the lower amount. The 245 at Ascot, we got 5 running for us: Spiced Rum, Royal Way, Gifted Angel, Vitani, and Palio, and Yellow Star would return pennies. Then in the 320, we've got Frere Dames. If that wins, it returns £100, and the lower amount would be the Last High King. Then in the 355 at Ascot, we got 4 running for us. Nickel Force, Percolator, Feisty Music and Johnny B, and Rebel Intentions would bring the lower amount. Then the 430 at Ascot, we've got Sam Brown and Back on the Lash. One of those two would return £100 and certainly read the lower amount. And into the 505, we've got 3 selections here: Get a Tonic, Arcube, It's So Fury, and the lower amount would be on the 4 6s. So that's the finish of Ascot for the season as well. That will be on the flat the next time we see that. So that's it for the selections. So let's hope we can better yesterday, because I had a loss yesterday overall of £9.99 or a tenner, which is not going to break the bank. And looking at some of them massive price winners yesterday, I was lucky to get where I did really. I had a heap of seconds. It could have been such a better day, especially with Moonflight in the penultimate race last night getting beat a nose. I thought that was just my luck the way that went at the end. But the Lincoln, of course, I didn't even have one in the first 4. It was a terrible race for me, that one. But let's just see what we can do at Ascot today. So let's hope we get a win. I hope you're lucky out there, and we'll meet in the next video tonight with the results show, and let's hope we're in the plus.